Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here today with Carmen Roig, who's the Vice President of Sales for Princess Cruises. And we're going to talk to Carmen about really a brand new program, or a couple of programs that Princess just introduced. We've written about them before, but they really deserve a lot more attention for you out there as travel advisors booking Princess, because they really are providing a more inclusive experience on board Princess ships. So we're going to talk about those programs and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Carmen, first of all, it's great to see you. How are you doing?
Everything good, James? Oh, I've missed you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and I got my Princess cruise ship in the background here, and I'm looking forward to being there. I've done a bunch of videos live with you guys lately, talking about some of your recent ventures, such as the Real Love Boat, and then of course your NASCAR relationship. I was out there and that was a lot of fun. But today we wanted to talk about a couple of programs that, as again I mentioned, we have written about, but they just launched really this week. And so tell us about them. You know, you just launched these two new programs. One's called Princess Plus and one's called Princess Premier. First of all, what is Princess Plus?
So I got to tell you, so the Princess Plus is not a new program. These are enhanced. Princess Premier, we launched May of last year.
There you go.
2022. Right. But we've enhanced the programs. Listen, this is what we found, James. And I will speak as a consumer myself, because, you know, I always love to speak from a position of personal experience. Having cruised Princess in December with the family, there was 14 of us. You know, I think in today's economy, the concept of value, essentially getting more than what you pay for, right? It's first and foremost on all consumers' minds. So, and when it comes to vacation, we've got all this pent up desire, right? So with that in mind is why we enhanced Princess Plus and Princess Premier, because really we started rolling it out February 20 to allow, I want you to keep one thing in mind. This is like my newest go-to phrase. It pays to plus, because I think with anything that you introduce, you have to make it simple for the consumer, for our travel partners. So Princess Plus, which is the plus beverage package, it includes Wi-Fi, the beverage package, crew appreciation, also known as gratuities, right? The medallion shipping, we have premium desserts, which are 2 per day. We have this incredible, you talked about NASCAR, we have an incredible relationship with Exponential Fitness. And so it includes fitness classes, 2 per cruise, the juice bar, I mean, everything. But I've got some I kind of want to do it really simplified. So this is how I communicate it with our travel partners. I had our marketing team come up with this, it pays to plus. And it's just super cute. You know, you love humor, right? So I always say, if you love sipping a brew and you like tipping our crew, it pays to plus.
Very nice. Very, very alliterative.
Isn't that cute? I absolutely, really, anything you do. So if you like Mai Tais and unlimited Wi-Fi, it plays to plus. And so part of the process is understanding for our travel partners to understand the economics of it, right? Which is really, really incredible. So the Princess Plus and Premier packages, they stack up to making it a la carte purchase on board. So if you look at the a la carte purchases versus with 4 Mai Tais, that's it. 4 lattes, it pays to plus. You're going to pay. So we just focus on the 3 core, really things our guests want, your clients want, which is Wi-Fi. They want drinks included. Really important. And they want to take care of our crew, our onboard family. So those 3 are the pillars, the core, the foundation of Princess Plus. And then Princess Premier takes it to a new level with even more additions and more inclusions with prizes and all sorts of additional inclusions that make it really turnkey, seamless. And dare I say, our travel partners get commission upfront on all of these purchases, right? So it is so easy just to say it pays to plus. And I also do the math with earning of the commission, right? Because it's so easy to recommend. Truly incredible.
Now, what I was going to ask you about, our travel advisors commissioned on it, and you just answered it. You are commissioned on this. It's a more inclusive product. You're already commissioned on the cruise, and now you're commissioned on these programs. So it's kind of a no-brainer to offer it to your clients, because I know what you're talking about are all those pain points on cruises, which are like, am I going to have free Wi-Fi? Am I going to have free drinks? Because I don't want that bill at the end of the thing. And of course, the biggest for me is always the pain point. What about that tipping at the end? I mean, how do I do that? And it's like you're getting off the cruise and you're more worried about the tips than just having had a great vacation.
This makes your vacation a true vacation. So guests save, and I'm talking Princess Plus, and I really am focusing on Plus because that's the entry level.
Right.
Guests save about 54% versus purchasing items a la carte. And I think that's really critical. So for me and my family, it was wonderful to come on a holiday cruise. No, by the way, you know our differentiator with the medallion. Know that I'm going to order my latte and they know exactly what I like each and every time. And guess what? Because I did Princess Plus, it pays the Plus. I don't have to worry about it. The gratuities, you know, for which we call crew appreciation for all our crew, it was included. It is absolutely seamless. It really allows you to have the kind of vacation that you want, right? That you're not being nickel and dime, because that's the last thing we want folks to think of. And the interesting thing is our travel partners, because we had introduced Princess Plus first, and then again, Princess Premier last year with even more inclusions and added value. The reality is over 50% of our travel partners now are booking with Princess Plus. So those who aren't are missing out on, number one, being the best value interpreter for their clients and getting upfront commission on all of this. So they go on board, they're happy, and you've got returning guests, which I think it's an annuity. That's how I look at it. That's
great. And now, of course, you've enhanced it now with Princess Premier, which is even more stuff, right?
Absolutely. So the difference is obviously it's $60 per person per day for Princess Plus. Princess Premier is $80. You get everything you get in Princess Plus, but we've added a couple things, some specialty dining, the venues. So we've had two of those that are included in the package. We also have obviously everything else, but you have unlimited exponential fitness classes. So that's important. The amazing desserts, the juice bar. I mean, these are all little things that are additional, but people really appreciate. And then, of course, Princess Prizes, which has been really well received, because that's super, super exciting and they've got all sorts of restrictions, like you got to go to the casino, then you're part of the prizes, and then we're giving away, you know, cash prizes, cruise prizes. So it's really phenomenal. I think the best part of Princess Premier, which I really focus on, is those guests that want to have reserved theater seating. I think that is important. And the savings amount is 66%. That's the value if they buy Princess Premier. If they did this a la carte, you're saving 60%, 66%, obviously, and 54% Princess Plus. To me, this should be part of the selling process. Again, you're going to have very happy clients that come back. You've sold them something that really makes their vacation that much better. It's kind of like good, better, best. This is the way to go. Well, you know, if you're going to give them specialty dining options there in that part of Princess Premier, you better give them fitness classes, because, you know, if they're going to eat like that, and then they feel less guilty, you know, your clients will feel less guilty because they'll have to do the fitness as well, right? Photo packages too. I didn't. Oh, right. Everybody thinks I'm ridiculous, but I love, this is the only time I can get my family all dressed up together and take advantage of the photos, right? So if you are one that doesn't want to have to take the camera, our team will do it on board, and it's part of this package, which is absolutely exciting. So it's got a lot of levels to it. But again, I say it pays to plus. I want that mantra. I kind of have everybody to think that way. It pays to plus because of those three core elements, right? Which is the unlimited beverages, really important, the appreciation, which is gratuity, and Wi-Fi, which now is part of what everybody requires. And of course, with the Princess Medallion class experience, we're talking the best in the business and a true differentiator. Well, was going to say it does mesh very well with your medallion class. And, you know, you are now still the only cruise line that has a medallion. You know, I remember when Arnold Donald, your former chairman of Carnival Corporation, first introduced the medallion and had this little thing on him and said, this is going to change the world. But Princess is the one that really has picked up on this and really has adopted it and really is using it successfully, right? So all 15 ships, and as you know, John Paget, our president, this incredible technology. I tell folks, it's not just about the technology, it's about the technology and what it can do to create a service standard. You might have a huge ship with 3,000 guests, but it's a yacht-like service standard because of that unique selling proposition of the medallion. I talk about my own cruise vacation because I like testing everything. I can't help myself, James. You know, there's truth in advertising. I want to make sure if I'm coming up here and telling you it's worth it, it's got to be. From the moment we dropped off our bags in Fort Lauderdale to the moment we crossed that gangway was 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Because of the medallion, because of the app in advance, we uploaded everything, our credit card for the whole cruise, our passports, everything we needed. All the medallion did was give us the access in and we're done. Even our passports were there. It was seamless. I know my husband, he's a skeptic. He kept saying, let's time it. And he did. And it was amazing. And as we went on through the cruise, it was my son's birthday. So I got him a personalized medallion that said happy birthday. Okay. And the day of his birthday, every time he had approached his stateroom, it would say happy birthday, Christian, and the balloons. And it's just so personalized, which I think is critical, right? And that's really important. And then when you do Princess Plus, I mean, that's just another selling opportunity for our travel partners to really make this experience seamless and just an incredible annuity. It's as simple as
it's absolutely true. And then of course, the medallion also recognizes if you're Princess Plus, Princess Premier, all these different things, right?
Absolutely. And your status of loyalty with us, which I think is really exciting, right? I just absolutely love that every time, no matter where I was on the ship, they call me by name. You normally expect that in a luxury line, right? Because when you have less capacity, you expect that your onboard crew knows folks. But to have this kind of technology that allows our onboard crew to really recognize our guests and recognize them by name, it becomes that much more personalized. And I think that's what people want now more than ever.
No, so I would definitely agree. But of course, you do have to tell our travel advisors out there to tell their clients, if someone approaches you and knows your name, there's a reason. It's not just like, how do you know my name? And it's like, there is because you're all, because some people say, wait a minute, how do you know me? Well, because I'm Medallion and I have all these programs and they're going to recognize you right away, right?
Absolutely. You know what I love the best? Of course, my kids were too old to have really appreciated it. But when they were little, I used to have those walkie-talkies I used to have to rent and give them and take them up to the kids' room. And then they'd never answer, never. So I'd have to schlep myself. With the medallion, I saw it because we were on the holiday voyage and you had a lot of multi-gen groups on board. And it's amazing to know that you can tap that medallion because you can tie in all of your traveling partners and you knew where your kids were at all times. Or if I wanted to find my husband, I knew he'd be at the cigar bar. I knew he'd be having a drink. Easy to find. I don't have to worry about a thing. And it just makes it for that, personal touch on the vacation. And then again, it pays to plus. I kept saying it throughout the cruise because some folks get on board and they don't know about it. Maybe the travel partner didn't know about it. This is a great opportunity to really have you focus in on the amazing value proposition that you are going to sell your clients with Princess Plus and Princess Premier.
Now, why do you think we're seeing a move overall? I mean, obviously at the luxury end of the market, there's been a move to more inclusiveness totally. And that's part of the being in the luxury end. But here we are in the sort of the upper premium and premium part of the market. And that's happening too. And not just on your brand, but other brands as well that are all including your sister brand, All in America has something similar, but I'm not exactly the same. They have their different ones. And then of course, some other competitors like Celebrity, they all have this inclusiveness it's more and more. Why is this what the customer is demanding these days?
Absolutely. It is driven by the consumer's choice, right? They want to make sure they're coming on board a ship and they're not being nickel and dime. They don't want to. They know that it's a value proposition. Also, if you think about cruising as a sector compared to land-based vacation, think about those all-inclusives that market to consumers, it's all-inclusive. So this is our way of really pairing up to that kind of proposition that they're doing on land. But it's even better because it's at sea. So it's really upping our game because the consumer asks for it. They want to come on board and know that everything is taken care of. And then they can enjoy their vacation.
Imagine that's the big thing. Like as I was saying, when I get off a cruise ship, sometimes I'm like, how do I tip? What do I do? That's always, like I want to reward my cabin attendant, my steward, whatever. But sometimes they don't really give you a good idea of how to do that.
Correct. But even in addition to that, that fear in the morning when you get that bill, this takes that angst and frustration out of the selling process and out of the cruise experience, because again, it's included. How about if you meet another couple? This is always something that's amazing to me. And you want to buy them a drink. I mean, and they've got, now there's no, we're not going to hassle to who's going to pay for the drinks. They've got Princess Plus. I've got Princess Plus. No stress. We're having a great time. We're enjoying ourselves. And it's what the consumer wants. They're asking for these kind of inclusions. It truly, truly is important. I don't focus on the additionals like the juice and the class, because maybe somebody doesn't want to do exercise classes or they don't like juice. That's why the three core elements are, the research shows, it is the Wi-Fi, It is the beverage packages and the crew appreciation gratuities. That's at the core, the foundation of Princess Plus's development and inherent to Princess Premier as well. So
no, although I got to tell you that specialty dining is always attractive there. And I do have to go for the fitness classes after that, as we were talking about, because I'm going to enjoy your specialty. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. And it's not just fitness classes, it's Exponential. So if you know Exponential, all of their brands, it's extensive. I mean, it's pretty impressive. And that is one of these partnerships that we have and we're specializing in. And it brings more value, these partnerships, to our guest experience on board.
Yeah. And again, being on board, I might have a chance to experience those programs because I'm going to
have to go with you. Make sure you do.
Well, I always go to these places and you guys have incredible, fitness centers and thing. I said, boy, that really looks good as we do our ship tour. And I said, when will I be back there? And guess what? I somehow never make it back there, but maybe with this program, I will. We'll see what happens there.
You bet. It pays the plus.
Pays the plus. Now, anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there? We're going out to about 112,000 of them now with our publication,
which we love.
Yeah, I know, and we're great. We're good partners with you. Anything else you want to tell them about these programs or anything else that's coming up?
So for our travel partners, it's really critical because last year, we focused on our trade channel and the amazing business that we're getting from our travel partners. So we kind of positioned it. We're going to launch this in a couple of weeks. It's a love fest for the whole year. And I like the positioning because, we own love, right? It's our new campaign. Forget the real love boat or the original love boat. Love is synonymous with the Princess brand. It's iconic, right? It's what you think of. When you think love, that's what you think of. You think Princess. And so with this new, I love this boat, come feel the love. It's not just love in the romantic sense. It's everything, right? It's everything you could love, whether it's dining, whether it's wine, whether it's exercise. So us as a sales team have positioned it as I appreciate that, some folks like to recognize love on one day a year, Valentine's Day, or they might think the month of February is the month of love. So we at Princess believe everybody needs love year round. And so we're going to introduce a love fest and we're going to have real immersive presentations throughout the country all year, showing our travel partners our love for their support and continued support. Because let's admit it, we've been through 2-3 tough years, right? They deserve to feel the love, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it by putting our money where our mouth is. We started with commission increases that kicked into 2023, and like that, there'll be other announcements throughout the year that really supports our trade channel.
No, that's great. Well, we'll look forward to that, to what's to come. And I'm sure I'll see you at a number of these.
Next year, Sun Princess, you're going to be there. I know it.
I will be there. I'll be there. But I think I'll see you at a few other travel agency events before then, I'm sure. But
absolutely,
to hear about this. Now, where can travel advisors go to learn more about these programs and whatever else is going on at Princess?
So I'm also giving you another insider tip because we're going to launch again March 1st. We're launching princesspartners.com. Nobody knows this, so you're hearing it first.
Right.
Because right now they go through onesourcecruises.com, right, to get into Polar and our platform. We have found, since we're now back to business as usual in full operation, there are a lot of new travel partners out there that might not have sold our brand. And they might not be so sure about getting onto the platform and have to sign up. So we've created this new platform, princesspartners.com, where they have access to everything, all our marketing materials, our amazing award-winning Princess Academy for training. Mm-hmm. They can even reach out to the BDM. So they just want to kind of test the waters without having to stand up into the platform. We can do that for them. And this is absolutely new. So they can go to onesourcecruises.com if they're already part of our database of partners that engage with us. But if they've never engaged with Princess, princesspartners.com will be your one-stop shopping spot to introduce you to our brand and everything we have to support the trade channel.
That's fantastic. So princesspartners.com, effective March 1. So look, it'll be next week, I guess. We're coming out. We'll be out tomorrow, I think, with this. So
ahead of us, you're giving everybody the news before I communicate.
I like that. You're giving us a little exclusive. I love that. So princesspartners.com, you'll find out all about it. But these programs, a whole lot more. And of course, this new campaign about it, where you're just spreading the love. So that's the way it goes. Carmen, Great to see you. I'm sure we'll see each other soon at a bunch of events coming up, because I think May is turning into travel agent central. It's going to be amazing the way it's.
Absolutely.
There are about 3 or 4 conferences that I'm sure we're going to get together.
And if you can just give me 1 second to thank you, James, you and Alan, your entire team, for what you do for our travel partners, to keep them educated, to keep a shining light on our industry, and having been such an amazing positive force during the darkest times for our industry, right? So thank you for that amazing support. You truly are the unsung hero. I know you're shy and you don't want that credit, but I've got to say it. Thank you very much from all of us. We've
been toiling away for a few years now, and it has been a few years, but things are looking really good this year, and they did okay last year. So we're looking forward, and we got a lot of viewers now. We have, as I said, 112,000 travel advisors out there who are eager to go out and sell travel. I mean, and it's really looking like, I think it's going to be a fantastic year. Again, Carmen, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, James.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.